Hi everyone, I'm Jessica
And I'm Lisa
from the Balanced Real Estate team in Prescott, Arizona. If you're new to this channel, it's all about Prescott, the housing market, what happens here, where to eat, what to see, and where to go. If you're not new to our channel, welcome back. You can find all of our contact information in the description below. And if you could do us a favor, please hit the like and subscribe button because it helps everyone who is looking for this type of information about Prescott find it more easily.
In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about the wildlife here in Prescott. For the past couple of years, the wildlife has really shown itself in many of our neighborhoods, and a lot of wildlife stories made the news. Not sure if they made your local news, but you may have heard about it or saw it on YouTube. We always get questions from people who want to move here about the wildlife and if it affects residents of Prescott. And yes, it does, and it has, and it will, because it's wildlife. Prescott, Arizona is surrounded by over 1 million acres of national forest, rightly called the Prescott National Forest. The forest is a mosaic of varied terrains from rugged granite mountains to dense ponderosa pine forest to low-lying areas dotted by pristine lakes and rolling meadows. Let's talk about some of the wildlife that lives and thrives in the Prescott area.
Probably one of the most talked about wildlife stories from earlier this year was Prescott's bear attack. The attack, which happened at around 8 o'clock one morning, was supposedly unprovoked while a gentleman was sitting on his front porch sipping his morning coffee. The news reported there was a struggle with the adult bear and neighbors tried to stop the bear attack, but with no success. The bear pulled the gentleman down an embankment and about 75 yards away from his home. Unfortunately, he was killed, and thankfully a neighbor was also able to kill the bear without harming anyone else. Typically 9 times out of 10 when we have wildlife-human conflict, there is some relationship to food, whether that's feeding of wildlife or access to trash containers. Bear attacks are extremely rare, and bears are not known to attack without a reason. The U.S. Department of Agriculture provides these tips in regards to seeing a bear. Do not follow or approach the bear. Do not feed the bear. Move calmly away from the area while monitoring the bear. And remember, Prescott is surrounded by forests where bears do live. So it should not be a surprise to see a bear every once in a while.
We've all seen a coyote, at least I hope all of you have. The howl of a coyote is a haunting signature of the Prescott National Forest. These wild dogs with their wiry coats and pointed ears blend into the forest, the underbrush, and even out in the pastures of the Prescott area.
I've seen them numerous times while riding my horse across the plains. I have never witnessed a pack of coyotes, only a single coyote who may stop and watch me from a distance, never moving towards me, but just watching curiously. What makes coyotes remarkable is their adaptability. Their diet varies from small mammals to fruits, allowing them to thrive in diverse habitats from dense forest to city outskirts. Because a coyote is a hunting animal, he will go after your small dog and even larger dogs, and your cats and chickens. They are known to come into more populated areas of town and into subdivisions as building and development encroaches on their homes. Most of the subdivisions in Prescott are surrounded by open space, which is where they roam.
And they don't know that your dog is your beloved family pet. They just see their next meal. So a word of advice, don't let your small dog go out in the backyard alone, especially in the evening hours. And if you have a cat and he goes outside once in a while, he may not come back. Cats like to explore and wander too, and they may find themselves wandering into an area where coyotes make their homes. The bobcat. This is one of those animals that stands out with its striking appearance. I used to live on 5 acres, surrounded by state land, and had 3 large dogs on the property. One evening, we heard a lot of commotion in the pasture and walked out to find a bobcat walking across the top rail of our 6-foot fence.
It was really something to see this elusive creature, watching it move with a silent grace. Resembling a house cat, though notably larger, a bobcat's size is deceptive. Weighing between 15 and 30 pounds, they strike a balance between being compact yet powerful. Don't let their size fool you. These creatures are adept predators, most active during the nocturnal hours, skillfully hunting prey, ranging from small mammals to birds.
Mule Deer. Their name, inspired by their large, mule-like ears, paints only a fragment of their charm. You might catch them gracefully grazing by the trail or making their way through open meadows, and unlike some forest inhabitants that prefer the cover at night, mule deer are active and visible during daylight hours. They eat grasses, shrubs, and other vegetative delights that the forest generously offers. As seasons shift and winter blankets Prescott in a layer of snow, mule deer exhibit a remarkable adaptability. To counter the challenges of deep snow and scarcity of food, they migrate seeking areas with lesser snow cover and more abundant nourishment, and they will at times make your yard into a place to graze or grab water out of your bird pond.
Havalina. Native to the southwestern U.S., this member of the pig family seems perfectly at home amidst the Prescott's varied landscapes. Distinguished by a dark coat with a contrasting white stripe down their back, these creatures, weighing in between 20 to 40 pounds, meander the trails and the clearings, often foraging. The Havalina belongs to an entirely separate family of mammals called the collared peccary.
Peccaries and pigs are distant relatives but have many differences, don't have a tail, and have scent glands near the base of their tail that they use to identify each other and mark their territory. Pigs have a tail and don't have that scent gland. Much like pigs, however, they apparently do have snouts. If you live in the less populated areas of Prescott and the surrounding cities, the Havalina will come to your patios or porches and eat your cat food, or if you have a garden, they'll get into that too. I typically see Havalinas in the grasslands of Prescott, usually wandering the meadows with their family members. They do make a loud grunting sound and may run after you if you threaten what they're doing. Many times I've been out on the ranch riding my horse and have seen this strange-looking animal.
They don't care much about what I'm doing, and it's fun to watch them from a distance. Like any other animal, they're probably not going to do anything to you unless provoked. So just keep riding or walking and enjoy the experience of being able to see them in their habitat.
The mountain lion is another predator that has gained a lot of attention this past year. As more building and urban sprawl happens, so does pushing a lot of these animals out of their habitat. Mountain lions are apex predators with a territory that can span vast stretches of land. Their coats blend seamlessly with the forest backdrop, making them incredibly adept hunters. In the expanse of the Prescott National Forest, spotting a mountain lion is rare, and if you do, it's usually a fleeting glimpse along a trail. However, there have been hundreds of sightings this past year, with mountain lions coming right up to people's backyards and even strolling down some of the streets. With the invention of Ring cameras and wireless surveillance cameras, residents are awakened by the sound of their camera going off, only to find a family of mountain lions in their backyards. It's essential to remember the wild nature of these mountain lions when in Prescott. They are wild creatures commanding respect and space, and it's probably not a good idea to yell at them from your front porch or backyard. Don't walk your dog at night if there have been sightings, and don't let dogs or cats out unattended. Remember, they are wild animals at the top of the food chain, and they should be admired from a distance.
Next are the bald eagles. The expansive skies of Prescott National Forest often host the majestic flight of the bald eagles. This iconic bird, known for its white head and formidable wingspan, is a symbol of strength and freedom. As you hike trails close to bodies of water like Lynx Lake, Watson Lake Trail, or Willow Lake Trail, keep an eye to the sky or on the treetops. Bald eagles often perch high, scouting for their next meal. Bald eagles have used Lynx Lake as a nesting site for the last 13 years.
The Forest Service closed the area east of the lake to minimize disturbance to the eagles. For the past 7 of 9 years, eagles have successfully produced young eagles. Beginning December 1st, 2023, prohibitions along the Johns Tank Trail will be enforced on the Prescott National Forest east of Lynx Lake. These prohibitions will protect the nesting bald eagles from the potential disturbance from human presence during the nesting season. While the forest offers a variety of prey, bald eagles in Prescott dominantly focus on fish. This makes the areas around the lakes and rivers prime spotting locations. The sight of a bald eagle diving to snatch a fish from the water is breathtaking and speaks to the raw beauty of nature in action.
We hope this was an informative introduction of the wildlife that lives and thrives in the Prescott area. After all, Prescott is surrounded by more than 1 million acres of national forest. Want to know more about Prescott? Call us or text us or comment below and we'll be happy to answer any questions. If you're thinking about moving to Prescott or planning a trip to visit to see if Prescott is right for you, don't hesitate to contact us. We're happy to help you get to know the place we call home. We can be your guide for everything Prescott has to offer.
If you already live in the Prescott area and are considering a move out of the area or looking for a larger or smaller home, we can help you get to where you want to be. Ready to start your search for your Prescott area home? Go to PrescottRealEstateAndLiving.com. You can also find your Prescott area home's value there too. And again, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as it helps other folks find this valuable information. We post home tours, neighborhood tours, buyer and seller tips and tricks, real estate sales stats, the best things to do in Prescott, and more. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.